What's up, guys? Welcome back to Catch and Chase. In today's video, I will be out doing some deer scouting and some shed hunting on some Ohio public land, seeing if we can't add more to this pile right here and maybe even add a big one to the wall over here. But we got a couple cameras we need to go check out there that's been sitting since I think first week of November, and then we'll be going overnight to another public
where
land.
I'll be sleeping.
Hopefully find some more good sign for next season and maybe some sheds out there too. Hopefully you guys enjoy this video. Stay tuned. Hopefully find some good stuff.
So right now we're just checking these south slopes that have oaks and good bedding on them. Right now we're in one of these select cuts out here. There's a bunch of poop, but it looks to be doe. It's just a matter of time before we hit some buck sign. So, as you can see in this little clip right here, that north side, there's absolutely no reason to even look over there right now. We've had such a harsh winter this year that the majority of these deer have stayed on these south sides where it's going to be warmer. But if I find anything, we'll show you. Right now it's pretty slow. Got a pretty good rub right here. Still has some shavings on the ground right there. Right next to a pretty beat down trail. We gotta be getting into some bucks for sure. This stuff looks too good for there not to be a buck bedded in this area. On a really nice scrape right here. This is definitely a, wow. Yeah, that's a really good scrape. Got some tracks in it. It's got 2 licking branches. It's got really good trails right here. Definitely something to mark, that's for sure. There's a buck in here that I'm really trying to find his antlers that we had pictures of a lot early season down low in this bottom, and I've gotten one picture of him the end of December way back that direction on top. But he's a really old buck, and I truly thought he lived back on this point. So we're gonna see if we can find his sheds, maybe a bed or something, but gotta see if we can find that. Well, we're just out here still walking this south facing slope, and Sierra just found the first shed of 2026, and it's a young 5-point side, and he's a funky looking thing. That thing is weird. I've got some cameras in here, so we could have some pictures of him, but I do not recognize that deer at all. But we're definitely have to do some circles around here, because if I were to guess, the other side's probably not too far. But that's awesome. We're gonna get some pictures, and we'll get the pickup on camera. Here we go with the pickup. Wow, that's a thing, makes like a 90-degree turn right there. What the heck? That's definitely a goofy buck. That buck will be cool to see next year. But yeah, just right here on this south facing slope on this little bench right here, there's a bunch of areas underneath oak trees where they've been digging. So it's a good first one of the year. See if we can find the other side. We're here at the first camera. When we showed up here, we have a problem. I didn't bring my climbing stick to get it. So we're gonna have to lift Sierra up to get it. Just think about my dipstick. Lift up.
It was stuck.
You ready?
Yeah.
Can you reach it?
Working on it. I need you to go to the back of the tree. Okay.
Ain't that bad.
That's good enough.
It worked. That's like one of the bigger coyote tracks I think I've ever found. And woo, walking up on this north side is not good with all this snow that's basically turning into ice. Whew, it's like walking on an ice rink that sinks a little bit, so it sucks. But we're heading to our next camera right now. We're gonna check, that's an SD card camera, so we're gonna check the camera over there, and then there's another south slope over there that we're gonna walk. See if we can find any more sheds. The second camera, and this camera is actually right where I shot my 2025 buck. I'll throw up some pictures of that buck here. It's a pretty good spot, good little funnel area. Seems like there's been a ton of deer in here too over the winter. There's a bunch of little digging areas behind us, so we're gonna grab this camera. There's been a lot of deer tracks in front of it too, so we're gonna grab the camera, look at some videos. If there's anything cool, I'll put them up, but we're gonna take a little bit of a break after we grab this camera and look at the videos. This one's a little bit embarrassing for me. I was just walking along this way, looking in front of me, and then all of a sudden I just, bam, there's an antler right there. Pretty sure we know what buck this is too. I'll have to pull up some pictures of him to be certain, but definitely another good shed. I'm gonna get a few pictures and get the pickup on camera. Alright guys, we're gonna go for the pickup here. As you can see, both antlers we've found have been on the very tips of these south facing points. And this one, like I said, pretty embarrassing. Basically kicked it where I found it, but just in one of these little select cut areas. Oh yeah, definitely, yeah, this is definitely him. That's definitely that buck that we know. Definitely have to throw up some pictures of him. His other side might be a little more of a pain in the butt to find, because I'm pretty sure he's just a big spike on his right side. But cool little extra point coming out there. Actually a lot better buck than I thought he was. His main beam comes out way further. But we're gonna keep looking around this little area, see if we can find any more, or maybe his other side. Well, number 2. Sitting here taking a break, eating my little Great Value premium white chicken fajita chicken. Got myself a tortilla. I'll sit here for another 10 minutes, take a break, and then we're gonna walk this point some more, see if we can find the other side of mine, or there's a pretty big 8 point that the buck I found he was running with, so be a good chance of finding him. So we can only cross our fingers. Then we're gonna get on out of here, get back to the truck, and we're gonna go down to the bottom and go grab 2 more cameras. All right, guys, 5 miles later, 2 sheds. We have now made it back to the truck. We're gonna go circle all the way around to get to our other 2 cameras, and we may do a little bit of looking over there, but probably not much. And then we're going to go on to the next public area. There, we're going to sleep overnight in the truck, wake up the next morning, and tomorrow's going to be a full day of scouting and more shed hunting. So, pick up the camera if anything interesting happens. Well, we've made it here to our humble abode for the night, called the back seat of my truck, out here on this public hunting land where they have a hunter's camp. So we're getting our beds made up, probably get to bed pretty soon, and then wake up tomorrow morning and do some more shed hunting. Catch you guys right before bed. Here's where I'll be sleeping. The old comfort of the old back seat of the F-150. Sierra will be up in the front seat, but not the most comfortable thing, but it ain't the worst thing. So we'll wake up bright and early in the morning and get out there and see what we can find. Alright, well, we have now woken up to rain, which is good for shed hunting, terrible for walking. But I think we'll find a couple sheds today with this rain being out. It's going to be dark leaves and white antlers. It is 7:55 a.m. and we're going to drive over to the parking lot where we're going to start. And we're going to slowly get ready and get out there. Well, we're here at the spot for today. Probably plan on walking this spot just about all day. It's a completely new area to me, never been out here before, but there's a couple things I like about this spot. There's a bunch of diversity, and when you're hunting and shed hunting these big monotonous freaking hardwoods, you need something to have a little bit of change. So there's a couple clear cuts. Looks like there's a group of hemlocks on the map, so we're going to walk our way about 3 to 4 miles back, and then we're going to work our way back from there and just slowly walk, take our time. As you can see, still a bunch of snow, but from what leaves there are up, that's really dark. So antlers, cross my fingers, should stick out like a sore thumb today. So let's get after it. We're a bit wet. We ain't gonna find nothing because we're wet. So we're making our way back to the truck. We've already walked 5 miles today, so I'm not sure we're gonna go out anywhere else because this sucks. And we're wet. Did I mention we're wet? Soaked. It's been raining since 9 a.m. I don't want to do it anymore. Yeah, it's been raining a while. But we spooked 5 does, or more than 5, it was like 10. Not much buck sign. This ain't no fun. So, we're going to head back to the truck.